It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Top of the morning to ya. Welcome to Backchannel, the only place where you can watch, listen to, and chat live with the show hosts right here on your Echo device. And you are watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I am your morning breakfast jam, James Arthur M.
And I am Renee Colvert. Jam, we did it.
Yes,
we made it to Friday. We made it to Friday.
Good morning to the Get On Uppers. Look who we've got here, Renee.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Roll
time
call.
For a Get On Up. Roll call.
Please.
Shibuya. Yeah. Shibuya. We got Dakota from Florida. We got Freddie from Louisiana and Nathan from Texas. Don't forget about Lorna from Alabama. And we got Lisa from Virginia. Nathan from Texas. We said that already, but it does not matter. And Layla from California, home from New Jersey. We'll show you how you can change your name.
No, they did that. That's their name. That's their name. They did it right. They did it right. They did it right.
That's true. Sorry, didn't mean to offend. You probably get that all the time. Home, get out over here. Home, go home. Oh, I didn't finish the song. Abigail from California and Riyadh from California. Callie in the house.
Come on. Yeah. So happy to have you guys here. When email first came out, I was Renee Colvert 7 at earthlink.com. And it was 7 because I had messed up the 6 times prior to that, figuring out my name.
I was like, dang, there was
wow.
And then I was like, wow, early days of the internet, those Renee Colverts were on it. You're like,
no.
2,
me,
3, 4,
myself. Just could not figure it out. Stole them for myself.
All right. Well, hello to Riyadh. Riyadh's already giving us a hello and a shout out. And you all can also give a hello and a good morning. How is your morning going? All you have to do is talk to that little Echo device. Maybe you've renamed it something. My roommate has renamed his computer. So he would just say, he would go, computer, say is the magic word, computer, say, I love that pink that I see you two are wearing, Renee and Jam. We all notice it's Friday, and on Fridays we wear pink.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, because it wasn't officially stated. And I was prepared to be annoyed the entire show if you weren't in pink. So when I logged on, I was like, oh, thank God. He knew that I had unspokenly deemed it. We wear pink on Fridays.
A little insight into what it's like to date Renee. She's not going to tell you what she wants.
No. Why are you so mad? You didn't read my mind. Again, you didn't read my mind.
Oh my gosh.
How very dare.
Okay, we're gonna. So you all can interact, Renee. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do an impromptu game before we go in. Yeah,
I'm ready.
So on my pink shirt, this is actually just the top of the head of someone. We're gonna take some guesses. Who do you think? And you can ask questions.
Good.
You can ask questions.
Oh, this is very exciting.
Who do we think Get On Uppers to the first game of the day? Who is a celebrity is on my pink shirt? So all you have to do is go Echo, say Barbra Streisand. It's not Barb's.
It's not Barb's. Okay, that was a freebie. That's a free hint. A free hint. Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Echo, say Cher.
It's not Cher. I almost showed you who it was. Like, no, it's not Cher.
It's not yet. All right, Get On Uppers. It's early. So if you're just like, you know what, Renee, why don't you go ahead and figure this out for us?
Ready for a quiz? Renee,
I respect it.
All week, Renee's been leaning on the Get On Uppers for these games and quizzes.
Always.
Figure it out yourself.
Always and forever. Well, and I think this will be a good lesson to everyone of here's what's here is what happens when you don't help me. This is how it goes. There's going to be 10 really wrong answers, and then James ultimately takes pity on me. Fine. That's fine. So here I go. Continuing on. Echo, say Dolly Parton.
Renee, I do want to let you know you don't have to say because you are on the show.
No, but I'm setting a gold standard is what I'm doing.
And you've got to be careful because
Yeah.
you've got an Alexa device, and as we learned, I think it was on
True.
Wednesday,
Ugh.
she said the A word,
She was listening
and
in.
she got into the show.
She started to
was like-
participate. It
She was
was
like, "Let me pull up Get On Up with Jam and Renee."
Get On Uppers. It
7
was
to
very
9 in the
funny.
morning.
Here's what's happening. I was telling you how to come back to the show, and so I said the phrase, which what you should say. So my device is called Alexa. I didn't change it. I didn't change it. I should, but I did. So I won't say
Did
that.
she hear you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she's okay.
Be careful.
Right.
The A word.
So, right. Okay. My device is the A word. So what I said is that the A word open Backchannel, and that's how you do it. And then she started playing our show while I was doing our show. It was chaos. It was chaos.
There was a lot.
Okay.
It was like, what reality am I in? You want a hint about my shirt?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm not going to get it without one.
Ask a question and I'll give you one.
Oh,
You gotta ask it.
Is it a singer? And it's because it's okay.
They've got some songs. They've done some things that people often imitate or had. I don't know how often they're doing it. They're not on TikTok, but for a good while they were like imitating this person.
They had some songs. Okay. Give me a little more taste of that hair. What's that hair look like? Is it an animated character? Okay.
It's not. No, it's not
an animated character. And they had songs for a little bit.
I mean, like there's a song that people would be like, "Oh, let me imitate this song that they sang in the way that they did it."
It Alexis from Schitt's Creek?
It's not, and you're not.
That was a good guess, though, right?
Nope, not good.
Not a good guess. Not close. Okay.
You're not close. You're so far off base. In fact, you'll be mortified.
Okay.
Get on Uppers. Remember, you can help Renee out. Get out of this hole.
All you have to do is say echo, say this. Okay, more questions. So is it a human?
Yes, absolutely. Not animated. It's a human.
A human, not animated, not a Muppet. Okay.
They're
not a god.
Alive.
Okay.
They're also not alive.
They're not alive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it what dead guy do you have in your shirt right now? Oh, is it Prince?
Not a guy.
Oh,
not a guy. And it's not Prince. Not
okay.
Prince. Yeah.
Okay. I think I might need a hint, and I need the hint to be the answer.
Renee just said I give up. How about this? I'll sing you their bop. I'll sing you their bop.
Okay.
Or I'll do a famous move from one of their moves and scenes.
All right, let's try this
at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing and I'm like, ooh, my dress. Ooh, oh no, it's being blown up. Happy birthday.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. Okay. Echo. Say Marilyn Monroe. Echo. Say Marilyn Monroe.
Let's see if she's right.
Here we go. Would you look at that? That is such a great shirt.
I'll be doing the show like this from now on.
I pray to our producer or whoever puts us up on YouTube, please let this be the thumbnail. I beg of you to let this be the thumbnail. On Fridays, I do the show with Marilyn.
What are we doing today? Renee, who's on the show? My Marilyn Monroe impression.
Oh God, I love it.
Awful.
I love it.
Awful.
I love it, and I love it for the archival facts of the show. For it to be, it'll be at some trivia in some pub somewhere in the morning show. Get on up with Jam and Renee. How long did it take for them to use their T-shirt as a host for a little bit? And the answer for that trivia quiz will be 2 weeks. It took them 2 weeks. It took them 2 weeks to resort to their T-shirt.
2 weeks. It's our 8th episode. Episode 8 is what it took. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. Good morning,
good morning.
It's Friday.
Good
They're
morning.
Like, what have I gotten myself into?
No, and they're happy to have it. They're happy to have it. There is no one here. I can see now. Everyone has left, but everybody's here. Everybody's here. They stuck around. They love it. They love it.
Still curious if Dakota got out of bed on Wednesday. We have not heard the feedback on that, so feel free to chime on in. Alexa, say I'm out of bed, or Alexa, Echo, say.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, all the
devices. Wait, do you have one? Because yours is named computer, and I have headphones in, so you can say it all the live long day.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
true.
But for the
Okay.
listeners, I don't know if it triggers theirs. I don't know. I don't know what
Sure.
happens.
Sure.
But all that to say, I'm sure by this point you're like,
Yeah.
these crazy kids, they're amazing. How do I tell the world and give that feedback? We love a review. You can just head on over to www.backchannel.tv, smash that leave a review button, and send us your thoughts. Do you want more Marilyn Monroe membership?
Let us know. Let us know. So far, my favorite part of the show has been when James stood up and went, "Happy birthday!" Going to make me laugh the entire weekend. And
we'll hear more from Marilyn Monroe later on in the show, folks. Don't you worry. You know she'll be back. I can't believe how terrible Marilyn Monroe.
I love it. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a popular question, so I'll ask on behalf of the Get On Uppers. Where did you get that shirt? It's great. We all want one.
Oh, yeah. A little local shop here in the Castro called Knobs, spelled with a K, obviously. When it's spelled any other way. It was there. I bought it around Pride. We have Pink Saturday, which is the day before Pride, which is like the Pink March and all that. And I needed a pink shirt. We were throwing a pink party, and I got the pinkest thing I could find in the store.
You picked the very best one. And who would have thought? Just 6 months later, you'd be here making her sing on a morning show.
I mean, dreams can come true, everybody.
Sure
can come true.
All
right.
Sure
They are wondering. They're chomping at the bits. They're foaming at the mouth. They're like, what are we getting into today? And we gotta let you know.
We certainly have to. And now you guys know at this point our love for alliteration. Oh, we love it so much. So we will be kicking off this show with Fun Friday. What are we getting into this weekend? Will we be able to top what just happened? Absolutely not. No.
Probably not.
Nope.
Nothing. All downhill from here.
It happens this weekend. Or for the rest of my life will be better. Yeah.
That's it. We also have, keeping on the alliteration, terrain. It's Fact Friday. We're bringing back, by popular demand, Jam You Lion, where I have some facts, or are they facts? You, the Get On Uppers, and Renee are going to tell me if I'm lying or telling the truth, because you're going to learn some facts for today.
It's my favorite game of the week. Of course, we have Flashback Friday. Why wouldn't we have Flashback Friday, where we reminisce about memories from our childhood, where we want to hear from you. You got to tell us. Where do you weigh in on that? You simply say, yes, I also enjoyed the smell of Go-Gurt when I was a child.
Oh, wow. We're already dipping it and giving us a little taste.
Just a hint. I'm giving you a hint. What were your favorite smells? Yeah.
I can't read it. What were your favorite smells as a child? Hannah, perfect time. Welcome. Hannah just joined. First time on Backchannel, Hannah. And this is Get On Up with Jam and Renee. And we are just going over what we're going to get into today. We're also going to talk about highlights from the week. Bunch of stuff happened. I combed through the news and I found some things that we would be remiss if we didn't mention before we close out the week. And then you've got two little segments coming up after that, Renee.
You sure do. You got Forget About a Friday. And oh, did I thrive in this week. You will hear about what I did to Jam yesterday. I didn't conduct myself in a non-embarrassing manner. And so Forget About It Friday is where you're like, oops. Well, I shouldn't have done that. But by Friday, you forget about it. You ask for forgiveness. You move on. But yeah, go ahead and stick around for. I really tested our friendship yesterday on the highest level I've ever tested it. Would you agree?
There's lots of over exaggerations, but I can't wait to hear how you explore it. And then my other favorite, I have so many favorite segments. We have Renee's highlights reel. So if it's your first time on Getting Up, or maybe you missed a day or so, don't worry. Renee took copious notes of what we did this week and what you may have missed. We're going to catch you up. And then we'll close with a little Feel Good Friday. We've got some causes that need your attention and action so we can go off into the weekend feeling good. So it's an action-packed show, Renee. Action-packed.
I'm excited. Let's get on into it with Fun Friday. What are you doing this weekend? What are your plans?
Wait a minute. You have your theme song. Everybody's working
for Friday, Fun Friday.
Everybody's working for the weekend. There it is.
Oh, we love it. Do you want me to like really sell
first. Oh yeah, can we get a cell? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think this is how you know you're into it, is where you take out all the consonants and just get the vowels.
Ah, you know what's so nice about it's like doing the second verse.
No,
What our
remember, we checked
contract,
the fine
it
print of our
says
contract.
One,
One
you get
verse.
one chorus.
One chorus, and that's it.
That's
No more.
Because even I did the chorus twice, and
Yeah.
Renee was like,
No.
"Stop the show."
You did it a fine
Stop
print,
the
fine print.
show.
They will take us off the air. You can't. You get one chorus.
That'll be done. Yep, that'll be it. I mean, Hannah was already like, "Nope." See, Hannah left. You did too. She's like, "I'm out."
I deserve that. I want to personally thank Dakota, Freddie, Nathan, Lorna, Lisa, and Lila, Home, Abigail for staying. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for staying. Thank you for staying.
They're like, "Don't let it happen again, Renee."
Not again.
So, and I love that because, like, I will say though, your rendition, the first chorus, the one that you're the legal one, it's so nice because I feel it in my bones when you're like, I don't have time for all the words. I gotta just, you know. You're so into it. You're like, I can't even get the word.
Be bothered to remember the words. I'm too moved by the music.
Smell another game. What? Name that tune. It's just you and I kicking it out.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Making a note. Name that tune.
What's the song?
Oh, we're playing right now. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, and just to be clear, so the rules of Name That Tune is you are allowed 3 notes with top 10 dance moves and curious rhythm. Okay, sweet, get on uppers. I'm sorry that I didn't focus. This time I will. I promise I'll pay attention this time. So you only have to hear this once more. I know that. I don't, but I don't know it.
Get on holiday bop. It's a holiday bop.
Holiday bop. That's Jingle Bells.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Oh, sure. Of course it was. Okay. Yeah. No, that seems
fair.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the actual segment.
Yeah.
Sorry that it's Friday.
This weekend.
Friday. Yeah. It is Friday. Shows off the rails. All right.
No. We're doing it right. What are you doing this weekend, and what do you want for Christmas? Yes.
I'm gonna start planning now. It's so funny. Last weekend, I was going in, I had, like, all these plans and massage and I am like not looking forward to this. I've been dreading this weekend.
Oh no.
And it's one of those things that, like, I probably should have, on Wednesday we do this thing. How do I get out of this? Or what would you do? We play. This is mine. I said yes to, this is like back in December.
Right.
I said yes to a friend's film project that I just should have said no. I don't have the bandwidth and time. It is absolutely one scene. I'm just playing a news reporter, so an anchorman, talking about UFO sightings. It's literally 1 page of script, but it's just like the time, and then I have to here's the thing. And so I'm sorry to be so whiny Friday morning.
No, it's not whining. It's not whining.
I'm not looking forward to the weekend. I'm like, just get me to Monday, get me back here with Renee, and get on uppers. And
is it a 2-day shoot?
It's just one, but
it's like you only get 1 day off.
Yeah. Last weekend it was like a 4-day weekend, and just like I also I have barely touched the script as well. So tonight that's what I'll be working on is looking at the script, the pages, and here's the thing that is the thing that I think I'm most about. So I don't drive. I have a zip car. I live in San Francisco. No reason to drive. I don't live in LA. I'm not Renee. I'm not Nick. What do I need? But so he's like, oh, the shoot's up in Marin, which was further up north. And he's like, oh, I'll just come pick you up. And there's something I don't like being, it's too intimate. I don't like being in cars with people unless it's if you're my Lyft driver, sure.
Sure.
Clearly gonna want to talk.
It's important to have them there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's like, or like close friends or family.
Right.
I don't know. We do not know each other that well. And
Right. Oh, no, I would be dreading this. You were
I
a
got a
saint.
car for at
You were a
least
saint
30
among
minutes to
saints.
an hour, 2
Yeah.
hours in a car, and then like a
Yeah.
2-hour shoot. 4 hours out of my Saturday. And
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm
would
getting paid, but still.
No, I would feel the exact same way. I think especially when you have a full-time Monday through Friday job, to have anything take away one day of your weekend
A full
is
day.
so difficult. And I don't know, maybe we're both nuts, but I hate not having a getaway car. I cannot be
Yes.
reliant on somebody
Yes.
else to let me leave.
Same
You
way.
gotta either
Same way.
let me lift, or I need to drive. But we'll carpool. I'm
I
so sorry.
don't
I simply
like it.
cannot.
I
I cannot.
don't
Well,
like it.
what
There's
can
certain people
I
I'll carpool with. I will
Sure.
love to carpool with you.
Oh,
Can
it
we
would be a
drive
gift.
to
It would be an
Moscow?
honor.
Sign me
It
up.
would be an
Road trip.
honor.
Road trip.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's close, but it's the type of I will only carpool with people that I have a close enough relationship to be like, "I would like to leave." And I don't have to be polite about it. I don't have to do anything
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And they will be like, You gotta muscle through," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I do." Or they'll be like, "I see in your eyes we do need to leave." Okay, that's fine.
And it's such an acquaintance. Like I won't
Yeah,
even say that we're really friends. It's such an acquaintance to the point
yeah,
where it's like I also do not like silence, and so I'm gonna feel obligated to fill that awkward car ride with conversation. I'm not gonna want to talk.
yeah.
Y'all see me every morning. I spend my life
Stop
talking. On the
talking.
weekends, would like to shut it down,
Yep,
and the
yep,
world
yep,
is
yep.
great.
I think that is tricky. I have the same thing as I think where do you stand with this? Do you think that you are an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert?
Oh, I'm in there. I'm an extroverted introvert. Like I have
Sounds right. Yeah,
introvertedness,
yeah.
but my awkwardness forces me like, I talk so much because it's my anxiety,
Right.
and
Yeah.
so I'm just like, "Let me just fill the space, da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da, ga,
Yeah,
ga,
yeah,
ga,
yeah.
ga,
Yeah.
make them dance, make them laugh," and they're
Yeah.
like, "Look at him, he's so fun," and then they react, and so I'm like, "Oh, okay,
Oh,
I'm
I
doing
see,
it,
I
I'm
see,
doing
I
it."
see. Yeah. I could have
But I
Mhm.
get so anxious going. I do actually like, but I oftentimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to this party. I don't want to go to this event, but
Yeah.
I'll go and I'll knock it out of the park. But like, sometimes I'm just like, I just want to be with myself and watch
You will knock it
Netflix.
out of the park. Yeah, completely. It took me a long time, like, I was even tricking myself, all through mid-20s. I would tell you that I'm just an extrovert, I'm an extrovert, but I'm absolutely an introvert with extroverted coping mechanisms
Oh yeah,
of my
yeah. That's amazing.
razzmatazz is how I'm gonna
Mhm.
get you through.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
most of the time, I'd rather it just be me and one other person talking quietly.
Sure, absolutely. Someone that you know.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy, welcome to Get On Up. Renee and I are just talking about what we're getting into in the weekend. I've gotten myself into a precarious film shoot with someone I barely know, and I'll be stuck in a car with them. But that'll be great. My sister then wanted to hang out on Sunday, and I'm like, girl, I need a day.
Yeah,
And
you
we're
gotta
like,
take that,
"Yeah,
but next weekend,
yeah.
let me book you for next
What
weekend.
what are you doing
Mhm.
this weekend?
Oh,
Nothing exciting?
I am a cliche standing before your
Going to
very
a
eyes.
wedding.
Almost. That's in a few weeks. But honestly, I bet you can get this. This time, you know how, like, one time I was like, "I bet you can get this," and then there was no clue. It was the most obscure thing in the world, but I think you
You
can
mean
get this.
4:30 dinner, and you're like, "Well, you know why I'm having dinner at 4:30 with my friend." And the answer was, "If you were not here," she was like, "Oh, well, everybody
Oh
knows,"
boy.
was
Oh
to
boy.
take her dating picture profile, a photo, 'cause at 4:30 the sun sets and
Yeah.
you've got great
I
lighting,
feel like we're close
obviously.
enough that you could have got that. I stand by that. I but this one I genuinely think you can get. So I'm in Los Angeles.
Yes.
What are the 2 most basic cliche things I would be doing this weekend?
Get on uppers, we are taking
Mhm,
guesses.
mhm,
What are the
mhm,
cliche things that Renee could be doing? All you
and
have to
it's
do is
basic.
speak into your Echo device and say, "Echo, say Renee is getting her hair done, going to the mall, going shopping."
'Kay. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you're having brunch?
Yes!
Uh,
I knew you'd get
okay.
it. Yeah. Okay, that's one, and then the other one is, like, what's an
A
LA thing that you do
mani-pedi.
out like a workout outside?
Yeah, a mani-pedi. Do it outside.
Okay, that's fair. I'm
My
going
answer
hiking.
still stands.
No,
Heck
you're right. So,
yeah. This
in
is like a
LA,
very classic Renee
most
weekend,
cliche
and it
thing.
sounds lovely. You are the only person I follow on
Tim got it.
Instagram, so
Tim
I
nailed it.
see.
Hiking.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, Tim knows.
yeah,
I mean, Tim oftentimes when Tim chimes in, it's
yeah.
9 times out of 10 is right.
He's
Like
always
it's
got
you
it.
know.
I've
And the one
always
time it
got
was
it.
wrong is I think it was an Alexa translation, so it wasn't even on
Oh,
Tim.
sure. Yeah. No, yeah,
You know,
exactly. That's Tim. Tim is always right. You
Tim,
follow me
you
Instagram,
know it.
so yes, you know that I am a man of the wilderness. So I'm outside most of the time. Most of the time.
Renee's always hiking, and I have to say, you're also part of the reason why you can't do Instagram. 'Cause I'm just like, look at Renee having the time of her life. She's got her dog. She's at brunch. She's hiking. What am I? I'm stuck in this car going to a film shoot I don't want to go to. And then you see pictures of me like on set. You're like, look at James. He went for a
James,
drive
he's having the
today.
best time. He's working over his weekend. Here I am setting boundaries. And that's why I'm not further along in my career.
Oh gosh! Wow, we just read the world, little right? Isn't that it? Man, no.
Oh, love it. Okay,
Well,
well, that's our fun Friday.
our weekends do sound
Yeah.
terrible. Hopefully, get on Uppers. What are you doing this weekend, Tim? You got any exciting plans? Can we vicariously live through you? I mean, Renee, your weekend sounds really great. It's mine.
Well, thank you.
Again,
Well,
I
thank you
can't
so
wait
much. But
to
yeah,
love it on the Instagrams. Love your boundaries. Let us know, get on Uppers, what you were getting into the weekend. Echo, say I'm going bungee jumping, and if that's what you're doing, you don't have to
yeah,
say that.
yeah.
All right, Renee, are you
Yeah.
ready?
It's time. Everybody, how come I
I
can't
just
do
watched
that sound? Hold
Moonfall.
on. I used to be able to do that. Wait, do. How do you make that sound? Slow it down. So you're saying do.
Okay, Grandma, you're very slow it down so
Yeah,
I
word
can
like
get it.
that.
Is this you in dance class?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, 100%. During auditions. We're gonna need to take that
Slow
again.
it
I didn't
down.
get it. I didn't get it.
Yes, I love you.
And
Oh my gosh.
condescendingly to the choreographer. Slow it down. None of us can get it that. Oh, you all got it that fast? Well, I didn't. So slow it down.
Slow it down. Okay, do we got it now? Can we try it? 5,
Okay.
6, 7, 8. You nailed it. Okay.
Thank you.
This is a great example. Ask her what you need. Renee
There you
just
go.
demonstrated. Ask for what you need because she got it. She was like,
I
I
got it.
didn't get
That's
it.
I
Need
didn't
you
get
to
it because I
slow
don't
it
understand what you're
down.
doing.
But then she nailed it. So why did we do that? We are in Flashback Friday, y'all. That's why we just did all of that jazz. It's Flashback Friday, and we are doing this to get to know each other a little bit more, going back into our childhoods to understand things about ourselves. So we have some questions that we're going to ask each other, and you, the Get On Uppers, chime on in because we want to hear from you. So speak the truth into your Echo device. The magical sitar. It only speaks the truth. Yep, that's
Yes.
where I was going. All right, Renee,
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
I'm ready.
Get on
I got
up.
it.
First
Okay.
question for Flashback
Mhm.
Friday. What did you want to be when you grew up? What did
I
you
want
wanna
to
be
show
when
you
you
my
grew
dog
up?
right now. That is my second one.
We
It's adorable. It's
I
adorable.
mean, we both wore pink.
Adorable.
Fridays we were pink. Fridays we have the same questions, so we know it's a great question.
But it's a great question. It's so telling of my entire life. I wanted to be a Broadway star, wanted to be on Broadway, and it didn't waver. Excuse me, at all. What is interesting about that is that I was just like, I saw them do it. I saw Annie when I was little, and I was like that. And then I had such a narrow view. I had no concept of how much work that would take, what I needed to do to get there, and didn't explore what anything beyond that would look like. So I never thought about a husband. I never thought about kids. I never thought about a job until I get that, which maybe is normal for a kid, but it was just Broadway star. No further questions.
Get on uppers. I'm curious from you. What did you want to be when you grew up? Or maybe you're still like dreaming away. So maybe
Still
you're
thinking
still
about
not.
it. Still
You're
thinking
not
about
known
it.
yet. Totally fine. What did you want to be when you grow up?
Well, yeah. While they think about it, what was yours, Jam? What did you want to be as a kiddo?
Oh yeah. I mean, an actor, and I mean, I guess I kind of did. I mean, I'm a SAG
You
actor,
did
part of the
it.
Screen Actors
You did it.
Guild.
You absolutely did it. What are
Yeah,
you doing
yeah.
this weekend? Are you acting?
Act.
And are you getting paid for it?
Dreams. Yeah, dreams
What are
can
you
come true. Be careful what you ask for. But I think it's also hard too because it's like we are in a field or industry where it's like we compare ourselves. I feel like this. Like if you're an engineer, I
Yeah,
don't think, and I work with some engineers in my day job. I don't think they're comparing themselves and being like, "Oh, I'm not who's the Facebook guy? Zuckerberg," right?
yeah,
They're like, "Oh, I'm nothing because 'cause I'm not Zuckerberg." But for us, it's like, "Whoop, I'm not Angelina Jolie. I'm not doing what she does," right? And
right,
so there's that comparison where it's like, "All I
right.
wanted to do was act." And to your point, yeah, I am doing that and having pockets of it. It's very hard to find those moments to do it during, it's a pandemic right now, right? So there's not even that many opportunities. So I think that, but I will tell you too, because they tell you certain things that I used to play, and I mentioned this before in the on the show before. When I was a kid, me and my best friend used to play radio morning DJ on my karaoke machine.
Yeah,
We would record ourselves like being these DJs and singing our
yeah,
own songs. And be like, up
yeah.
next, it's the Spice Girls.
Yep.
If you wanna be my lover, yeah, with my friend.
Yeah.
Name that tune.
If you want to be my lover by Spice Girls.
Ding, ding, ding,
Thank you
ding,
so
ding,
much.
ding, ding. Dang, named it. Yeah. And then I also used to like I would do talk shows for
Yeah,
video for my school projects. So we had a project in the 6th grade about like numbers,
yeah.
about like prime numbers. I wrote like a Jerry Springer-esque like script, 6th grade,
I
of
love
like
this.
prime these different numbers arguing with each other. They're like, "You're not a prime number. You're not a prime number." And
James,
I
that
was
is
like Jerry
so smart.
Springer.
That is such a smart concept. Little baby
And
you? How old are you,
so
11?
it's like I always wanted to be like so I'm like, oh, I always want to be a talk show host. Like I did
Yeah,
another video project of like, kind of like in the wilderness. Like it was about
yeah.
the Rottweiler. We had to do a project about an animal, and mine was about my pet Rottweiler. And I was like, oh, the mighty Rottweiler's out in his field, and there's my dog, and yeah. So
That is
anyway,
absolutely adorable.
and my dad's
Rodney,
little like camcorder, and like there
fun.
barely any editing. We'd have to like it was yeah. So yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
James, first off, you really brushed over how smart a concept that Jerry Springer. Like the reason we maybe are not meeting our gold standard for math in schools is because you're not doing it via Jerry Springer education.
Mm,
That'd be the way to do it. That'd be the way to do it.
that's the one.
Jim, while you were telling us what you wanted to be as a kid and the things you got to get there, Rodney has joined us. Rodney, we're so happy to have you. We're so happy to have you. Happy
Hello, and
Friday to
it's
you.
Happy Friday, and it's Rodney's first time on Backchannel, which also means it's your first time here and Getting Up. We're so glad to have you. We are doing Flashback Friday, so we're asking you all to get on uppers and each other questions about our past, not like where were you last Saturday.
Just,
Nothing creepy. More
nostalgic.
fun nostalgia. Like
Tell us
who
all
was
about
the
it.
person you hurt the most? We're not not there. Not
So, yeah, here
um
comes Tim.
yeah.
Tim
Do
says,
you
I
want to
saw
report in?
I would love to. I would love to. I saw Exorcist as a child, and I wanted to be a priest because I thought they fought demons. That
I
is
love
genius. I am among
it.
geniuses this morning.
Yeah.
You with
That's
your
I also
brilliant
okay,
prime number fighting.
first of all, goddess bless you that you survived. I saw The Exorcist in college and could not sleep, and that was terrifying. Like, well, but my mom would do that too. I saw Child's Play as a kid, which is
Right.
also not great, Chucky doll and things like that. But I love that Tim was like, I'm not gonna let this get
Yeah.
me, this fear. I'm gonna help people. I'm gonna get these demons up out of here. I love that.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I watched
And
Buffy the Vampire Slayer and tried to be Buddy the
the same
Vampire Slayer
thing.
and was like,
Sure.
I'm gonna fight
Why
vampires.
wouldn't you?
Didn't find
Why
any.
wouldn't you? Tim, I'm curious, did that come true? Are you a priest that fights demons?
Ooh,
It's
follow-up
like, and it
question.
worked, and that's what I do, and that's what I do now.
Yeah.
James, you know my constant desire to try to be like, "Me too." I think it's so funny that I did not do radio shows, but I used to send friends full cassette tapes. So, as you remember, they were 60 minutes. I'm very old, you guys. I'm a very old woman. So I used to
Oh,
send
no.
my friends
You're
full
just a
cassette
geriatric millennial, a
30
Jurassic
minutes
millennial.
A clever girl millennial. Thank you so much. Full cassette tapes. So 30 minutes on one side, 30 minutes on the other side of basically like a one-sided voicemail, but I would read books to them. I would sing songs to them. I would play music for them. So it was basically doing like a monologue podcast via cassette tape
Yeah.
once a week. Isn't that funny? And
We
that was
do
just my hobby thing that
now.
I liked. And now that's what I do as my job. Weird.
But see, they say the things that you did as a kid,
Yeah.
those are the things that it's the information from the universe telling you what you're supposed to be doing. Like that's,
Yeah.
lean into that.
Right.
Oprah, so that she used to be a teacher, she would play like school, and she's really like the world's teacher. That's what
She
she
truly
does. She teaches the world.
It's the wildest thing. The
Okay,
wildest thing.
give us another. Let's do we got one more Flashback Friday
Okay.
question.
I'm going to let you choose. I have two. One is, what is your most nostalgic, comforting smell from home? Like mom baking cookies or the dryer sheets, but we all have something we're just
This
like,
was real. So this was real from this morning when you said that. I was like,
I admit it.
oh, she's just kidding. You're like,
I
no.
think it's very telling of just like, oh, that's so sweet. Or if we don't want to get so intimate with smell, because I definitely have this of what's the itchiest thing you were forced to wear as a kid? Where you're like, I hate this. I hate this. What's so should we go itchiest? What was your itchiest? I hate this outfit.
And here's this. I don't know if you remember this, but like out of my five senses, smell and taste. That's why I'm not a huge foodie because I don't have a good sense of taste. And if your taste is gone, your smell is gone. Your smell is like, and they go with each other. So I don't really remember like smells. My mom was like super into like potpourri, and she was very into potpourri. And potpourri everywhere. It was that 90s potpourri. And she had like this perfume that I did not care for, but
yeah, isn't that funny that my mom she wore Maybelline makeup, and she would she had choir practice on Tuesdays, and so when she'd go to kiss me, you'd smell the Maybelline lipstick.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say a broad sweater. And I think this is probably why I actually hate wearing winter clothing. Sweaters. Why are kids' sweaters always so itchy?
So
They're
itchy.
always so itchy. It's like they're made out of Brillo pads. Does anybody like they're just like, oh whatever, just put the kids in burlap.
That's fine. We have some extra Brillo pads. They're small. Brillo pads are small. What can we make out of this? Probably a sweater for a kid.
World War II, and we're like, let's short on supplies. Like just knit these Brillo pads together. Curious for
like it would scratch me, and then I tried to throw the hat away. But when you're 3, your mom will go through your trash, and she'd be like, "No, you don't get to throw the hat away just because it's itchy. What are you doing?"
When you're 3, your mom will go through your trash. You don't have any privacy. You're like, well, this is just messed up here, and I do what I want. Like, my business, mom. My business. No, not at all.
Get out of the room. I'm 3.
Oh, and Tim, yes, is so right. And the neck hole on the itchy sweaters always seemed way too small.
Yeah.
It's like whoever designed sweaters for children hated children.
Yeah.
And they're gonna like, why do they always get stuck on your head? And you were like, this is it. So I'm gonna die. I am 5 and death by itchy sweater. I'm never getting out of this. Like there's times you're like, I'm stuck in this sweater.
Yeah, because there is a memory of an adult. Yeah, just like pulling.
So hard. Are our heads too big or something? Like the clothes not proportional?
Or maybe kids don't have like the sort of the coordination yet to like move your shoulders, so you're just like trying to get out of something or spread. Just
it's
like
traumatizing.
Yeah,
I'm itchy, get this off of me, and I'm stuck, and now it's like over my head. I'll never see again.
Ugh. The worst. No more itchy guy. You know what? We haven't created any feuds within the show. Meaning like, oh, this is I am seeing a full Brita filter. No, you're right. No, there is this breaking news. Breaking news. Okay. You get your water from your Brita filter, and then I will announce that you heard it here first. We have a beef with itchy sweaters.
Oh, yeah, no.
The get on uppers. I
think we all can get down on that one. I think we can get down. If you agree, say Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Down with sweaters.
I'm sorry that I forced us to finish that conversation. When you have a full Brita water filter, I'm so proud of you. That will come up in the highlights reel a little bit later.
Okay. All right. Well, then you'll be like, why does James have a Brita water filter? And if you weren't here, you'll find out.
You'll know Brita Gate.
Right here, where Brita Gate 2022.
2022.
They have.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for America's favorite game show. It is Jam You Lion for Fact Friday.
Ooh.
One day we'll have like visual assets. We don't have to
Oh,
sing
sure.
the song, but actually it'll be visual assets, but us like it'll be like a really nice graphic, but us still going, I got it.
I love it. I love it. Yes, absolutely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that. But until then, you will get us.
All right. So today it is Jam You Lion. It is our Fact Friday quiz today. So essentially I'm gonna say some facts, or maybe they're not facts. And it's your job to discern, like that big word I use, discern.
I do.
That big. Discern whether or not I am telling the truth or I'm lying. So quite simple. You then will just speak into your device, echo, say, Jam You Lion, or echo, say, Jam That's Right. Okay. All right.
Jam That's Right. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Jam
I know my buzzing words.
Or Jam That's Right. So we do have a theme today. Dead celebrities.
Oh. Well, we started with your shirt. We did start with your shirt. Marilyn Monroe did open the show. So it's not like people are like,
yeah, I told you where we're going all day. Dead celebrities and the Mandela effect and Martin Luther King. So again, I'm not picking a lane. Just swerving all around. But there's categories. That's what we'll say. There's not themes, there's categories.
Great.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Yes, absolutely. Prepared to Google. As you know, that's how I play games.
Wait, you cannot. There is no. Keep the hands so I can see them.
Hands up. Okay.
All right. Get on uppers.
I'm ready.
Tim, Renee needs your help, so get ready. All right.
Please, Tim.
Turns out, our beloved Betty White was a racist, and in 1954, she removed a black dancer from her performance as she would not perform until it was done. Our beloved Betty White.
Are we playing the game yet?
This is the game. This is the game.
You wouldn't joke about that.
I don't know. It turns out our beloved Betty White is a racist. In 1954, she removed a black dancer from her performance. She would not perform until it was done. What do we think? Starting heavy. I didn't realize this.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
What do you think? Get on uppers. Do you think Jam You Lion or Jam That's a Fact? What do we think? What do we think? Renee is going
That's
over
such a weird thing for you to say if it wasn't true, but it also was so inconsistent with everything that we're told.
Well, you've got some help in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Tim says, echo say you lie. And I need Tim to be right. So both Tim and I say, echo say you lying. Echo say you lying.
The line is Jam You Lion. I need to hear
Jam You Lion. Okay. It's actually, Tim says it's actually the opposite. So hopefully she stood her ground and she was like, get this person. Okay. All right. Yes, I love that. Okay. So Tim and I both say, echo say Jam You Lion. Official answer. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Tim Be Knowin', as that's the new name of our show. It's called Tim Be Knowin'. Yeah, it is actually the exact opposite. In fact, in a time, here's what happened. So in a time when segregation was at the forefront of American, issues, Betty White rejected attempts to keep a black dancer off her show. So it's absolutely the opposite. They were like, oh, we got to get this black dancer off. People were calling in, and she was like, no. And in fact, she was even more adamant and started using this dancer even more. The dancer's name was Arthur Duncan. He was featured on the Betty White show that aired on the 1950s. And she was encouraged to take him off because obviously he's black. And she was like, no, I'm going to keep him on. And he said, Oh yeah, she said, "I'm sorry, but you know what? He stays," and that's what she said. And this became his first job as well. And she continued to resist the pressure to have him removed as the calls were coming in, letters were coming in. The show was eventually canceled in 1954, but that was also the same year segregation in public schools was declared unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court. But I think it's like these things, these moments and stuff. They absolutely like how like having that representation, showing folks as a human,
Yeah.
talented humans, and just oh, we're here too. So snaps to Betty White. No. Our dear Betty White is perfect. It's hard because sometimes you hear things about you got to side eye your heroes. No one is safe. I mean, I lost Joss Whedon this past couple of years. It's been rough.
Hard. It's real hard. You know what's so funny though is that would have been enough to be
Welcome,
like, well,
Brady. Sorry.
Brady.
Welcome, Brady. Brady, we are playing Jam You Lion. There's a lot. I'm sorry. I just got so excited.
No, it is worthy of that. Brady, we're so happy to have you. And now Jam, continue. Tell them what they've gotten themselves into.
You're here, and we're on Get On Up. We are playing Jam You Lion, where we are figuring out if I'm telling the truth about some facts for Fun Fact Friday, or if I am lying or telling the truth. So you'll just, after I say the fact, you'll either say into your Echo device, Echo say Jam You Lion, or Echo say Jam That's Right. All right, here we go. Ready for another one?
Ready for another one. Here we go.
We have a visual for this one. Nick, if we've got it, we're gonna go with the Febreze one. If we have it.
Hello.
All right, there we go. Let's see. So Febreze definitely has 2 E's in it. Febreze definitely has 2 E's in it. Is it a Jam You Lion or Jam That's Right?
This gets so psychological so fast in the distrust of you. Like, well, you wouldn't have said it definitely has 2 E's if it did definitely have 2 E's. So then maybe it doesn't have 2 E's. But why would we say Febreze instead of Febreze if there weren't 2 E's? So I don't know. Help me, Jam, I'm going to need to ask the Get On Uppers. Ben, I'm so glad you're here. Ben, we're playing a game called Jam You Lion, wherein we tried to decide if my co-host, Jam, is telling me the truth. And I need your help. Does the air freshening product Febreze have 2 E's in it? The way that you let me know is you say to your device, Echo, say, and Tim says, Echo, say, I think it has 1 E. Tim, I agree with you, because why would he say it definitely has 2 E's if that was the answer? But maybe he knew that I would think it. He definitely, okay. Tim says Jam You Lion.
Dang, see, look at that. Tim coming in hot with the actual official answer of Jam You
Never
Lion.
wrong. I don't know if you've heard, but Tim is never wrong. Okay. Though it has thrown me for a loop, and I don't know why we don't call it Febreze if there isn't 2 E's. Jam You Lion. Right. Echo say Jam You Lion.
Okay. We're going with that. It looks like the crew is going with Jam You Lion. And guess what? Jam Be Lion. Yeah, there's just it's just the 1 E, but everyone assumes and thinks
we say Febreze?
Febreze.
Wait, the actual word breeze has 2 E's, right? Like, it's a breezy day. Is that 2 E's? Yeah. Why wouldn't they put 2 E's in the product?
I don't know. They couldn't afford it, or maybe they tried it, but the other one was already taken, similar to your email address fiasco. They just they couldn't get it. It actually has 3 E's. What? That's why. Okay. Oh, Breeze. Oh, Tim. See? Get Tim a microphone.
Tim, get on in here. You're definitely the third co-host. I need you. Okay. All right.
We are going to an MLK fact. It's MLK week, so we're going to do an MLK fact. All right. MLK was definitely kicked out of the first grade, and he ended up skipping 2 more years of school later on.
I know this because of Tuesday.
Do you?
This is very exciting. I do, because he entered college at 17, right? Isn't that what you taught me? I think. Oh no! I'm second guessing myself.
Just want to let you know, you didn't say a single thing that you just went to your own. I just got looking at the camera.
So again, effect is going to make me nuts.
Martin Luther King Jr. was definitely kicked out of the first grade, and he ended up skipping 2 more years of school later on. Is Jam that's a fact, or Jam you lying?
Jam, you lying. Get on up. So on Tuesday, Jam gave us a MLK quiz where we learned things. And I think one of the things I learned is that MLK started college when he was 17. And that's because he skipped 2 grades. So I'm going to go with Jam. That's right. Tim, help me out. Is that true? You guys let me know what you think. Say to your Echo device, Echo, say Jam, you lying, or Jam, that's right. What do we think?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's right. I can't count it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to in.
Jam,
you're locking it in. Okay. All right. We're going in. We're going forward. Jam, that is a fact. That is absolutely a fact. Dr. King enrolled in first grade at age 5, which was too young per the school's entry requirements. So naturally, his teacher expelled him. That makes sense. Years later, he was able to skip both 9th and 12th grades because of his academic achievements. But he actually entered in college at 15. He was 15 years old when he went to college.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
there you go.
Yep. He was just skipping away.
I remember it was young. Got it.
So moving over to one of our dead celebrities. Is there a better way to say that? There's just no other way.
Right.
They're dead.
Right. I hope when I die, that's what they call me.
Celebrity. She's a dead celebrity.
She's dead, never was a celebrity.
She lived to be 270, and she did get on up for 20,000 years. Okay. Here we go.
Yes.
Prince backed out of working with Michael Jackson on Bad because of a line about butts. Prince backed out of working with Michael Jackson on Bad because of a line about butts.
I'm going to go with he backed out for a... Okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No. So again, either Jam you lying or Jam that's a fact. Let us know. Let us know into your device.
Prince does not strike me as someone who would back away from butts. So I think he did back away, but not for that reason. I think that there might have been something else in the song that he was like, nah, well, if you can't do that, I feel like that was it. So I'm going to go with, and get on uppers, help me out. Let me know what you think. You just say to your advice, Echo say. So I'm going to say, Echo say, Jam you lying. That's not why you left.
Okay, answers are coming in fast and furious. Let's see. And Jam, that's right. Jam, that's right. Absolutely. What is the first line of Who's Bad? The song starts, your butt is mine. Da, 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 da. And that was enough for
Prince to had a problem with that.
And Prince was like, whose butt? My butt? It was too for Prince and Michael to be singing it to each other. For Prince was like, oh, it's too gay. And so Prince was like, whose butt? My butt? And Prince backed out of the song. It was supposed to be a duet between the two of them.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Well, that's fascinating. Because so it wasn't butts. It was okay. Blah. I don't like it. I just spit on my computer. Hold on. Sorry.
Good. Yeah. You gotta give it a good wipe and a whoop.
Yikes.
We love it.
That's what I get for making fun of people. And then you spit on when you make fun of people, you spit on your own computer. We all know this. Tried and true.
It's not like when you point at somebody, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Exactly. When
you make fun of people, you just spit
on your screen. Computer. That's what you do. So
but apparently like Michael Jackson, like Prince was like, Michael Jackson said in an interview, he's like, Prince has always been a meanie. He's just a big meanie. He's like they were friends, but I guess Prince would kind of like jab him and bully him. And Michael Jackson was like, forever 10.
Interesting.
And,
sure.
Yeah.
So he called him a mean. This is no jammy line. This is just you're telling me.
This is his actual quote. Prince has always been a meanie. So that tells you everything about the state of this.
Okay. Yeah. How about that?
We're going to another Mandela effect. Again, with the Mandela effect, I didn't really pitch the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is that everybody remembers something. Everyone thinks that we're in the Matrix or that we're in a different universe of the multiverse because everyone remembers, oh yeah, Febreze has 2 E's. I remember it. I know this for a fact. Or Nelson Mandela died in his prison cell. He did not. Everyone seems to think
Did not.
that he
did
did.
not.
Yeah. It's not Luke, I am your father. That's not the correct line. It's not that. It's something else. We did this a few weeks ago.
We
I'll have
did
to Google
do
it. But
this.
it's not Luke, I am your father. Everyone misquotes it. It's not Luke, I am your father.
Okay, get on uppers. I need your help here. And I love Star Wars. I will not be caught with my non-Star Wars allegiance here. That's not true. Every time I watch it, I'm like, that's good.
He goes, no, I am your father.
That is what that's it.
That's what he says. He goes, no, I am your father. Because he's like, you killed my father. And then he goes, no, I am your father. But everyone thinks that the line is, Luke, I am your father. See that?
Are you? Oh, okay. Are you
dun 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 dun?
under
Mine
pressure?
goes
Yeah.
dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. Is doing a Vanilla Ice reference. You ever seen that clip where Vanilla Ice is like Vanilla Ice? So Vanilla Ice got sued by Queen because they're like, oh, you totally ripped off my song.
Right.
And Vanilla Ice in the interview was like, no. Theirs goes dun 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 dun, and mine goes dun 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 dun.
Oh boy.
And that's
And how did that verdict end?
I don't remember.
Okay,
His career ended.
All right.
I think he did it to himself.
Absolutely stole it. Okay, so wait, back to Luke, I am your father.
It's no, I am your father. He goes, you killed my father, and he goes, no, I am your father.
So the thing we're deciding is, it's just Luke, I am your father.
It's not
without
that.
the no.
No.
Oh,
It's just no, I am your father. Everyone thinks
there's
it's
no
Luke,
Luke.
I am your father. There's no Luke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, there you go. All right, great. We've learned something here today. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, next one. We have an image for this. It's the Monopoly Man. Nick, if you can show us the Monopoly Man.
Let's see him.
The Monopoly Man does not have a monocle. The Monopoly Man does not have a monocle.
That's what you're saying, huh? All right, get on uppers. What do we think? God, do I remember?
That's what you're saying, huh?
Okay, so that's what you're gonna go with. All right, okay.
Jam, is it Jam you lying or Jam? That's right. The Monopoly Man does not have a monocle.
I genuinely have no idea. I don't know, so I'm gonna go with the one I prefer. He does not have a monocle. I want him to have a monocle, so Jam you lying. Echo say Jam you lying.
You gotta go with Tim. Right. It's too late, Renee. The answer is Tim. He does not. Renee, you're thinking of Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut thinking of Mr. Peanut. Yeah. And I'm putting my foot down on that. In that I'll say it here. I prefer monocles. Sue me.
That's fair. Hot take. Jamil, just in time to hear Renee's hot takes. Renee prefers monocles.
I would like my
gentlemen suitors, be sure to show up with a monocle. Otherwise, Renee, we're not gonna.
No, you know what? The only word that's coming
the idea
to my mind right now is mascot. But what do you call a character for a company or for a product? It's not mascot, is it?
Yeah.
Is mascot? Okay, then I prefer my mascots to have a monocle, and I thank you for adding one. If you have monocle Mondays, then Tim, yes, yes,
I know. Mondays. Remember, I have to go. I'm going shopping this weekend, and I am shopping for a monocle. Fridays we wear pink, and Mondays we do monocles.
And Tim, I like that. Yeah, we'll study monocles on Monday. You have that.
A couple more here.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah,
here's one. Another dead celebrity. And Jamil, just joining us. We are playing Jam You Lion. I am stating some facts, or I could be lying, and you all help Renee and shout out whether I'm telling the truth. So you'll say, Jam, that's right, or Jam, you lying. So here's one. James Dean starred in just 3 movies and was the first actor to receive a posthumous Academy Award nomination. He got an Academy Award nomination after he died.
Yeah. I think I've heard this before, that everybody thinks he had this illustrious career and he really didn't. So I'm going to go with Echo, say, Jam, that's right.
Not
Did I
even
win?
consulting the Get On Uppers. She
Not even
didn't even
consulting. No,
need your
I know.
help.
I know.
She
I know.
ran
Because I
away
keep
with
getting it
it.
wrong. I keep getting it wrong. So I just want to guess. But you're right. Get on uppers. What do you think? What do you think? You say to your device, Echo say. They know. They know.
Oh, look,
Tim
Tim agrees
agrees.
with
Tim, that's
you.
right.
Tim agrees with you. Yeah.
Tim, that's right.
Well, you both, well, Tim is never wrong. So, Jam, that is right. So, yeah, everyone's like, oh, he has all these movies. He doesn't. In 1956, he received a nomination for Best Male Actor for his role, Cal Trask in East of Eden. Didn't stop there. The next year, Dean received another nomination for playing Jet, Rink, and Giant. He's the only actor to receive 2 Oscar nominations. How do you say that? Posthumously. He dead, and they
Posthumous?
gave him a
Yeah. Yeah, no,
post
that's a great
dead.
question. Right.
Yeah, post
Post dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
look,
Tim
and
is
Tim
saying,
pronounced that,
yeah,
saying it right completely. Tim
yeah.
into your device. Amazing.
It's very
All right.
impressive.
We're going back over to King. We're going back over to
Okay.
King here.
Excited.
King week. King was a very shy child and had to overcome it. Dr. King was a
Mhm.
super shy child, and he had to overcome it.
I don't
You
know
think
that for a
Jam,
fact,
you
but I'm gonna use
lying? Jam, you lying? Or Jam, that's a fact. That's all.
those are options. Those are options. I don't know. I do not know, but I am going to use context clues of both of us talking at the beginning of how it's razzmatazz, but as a coping mechanism, and I think that happens a lot for people in the industry. So I'm going to go that King also had that. Jam, that's true. But my get on uppers, what do you guys think? Do you think that's true? Do you think he was a little bit of a shy sweetie?
Do we think he is a shy, as Jenny McCarthy would say on Single It Out, shy guy? Okay,
A
where's that
shy
reference?
guy. Yeah.
So they remember Singled Out, the game
Of course
show
I do.
on
Yeah.
MTV?
No, I
Yes.
had because you
Renee had
watched it.
dreams of being on that show.
Yes. Yes. No, you think I'm kidding, but because the key to winning singled out was rhyming. Shy guy. And so
Oh,
I
yeah.
was ready. I was going to get picked. And then when you get to introduce yourself, I would say, I'm Renee and I'm here to make your day. And I was so proud of myself. So proud of myself with how clever that was. It rhymed, how blessed I was that my name would rhyme with day. What
Hey,
faded.
oh.
It's faded. I'm Renee and I'm here to make your day. On Sync
Oh
Now.
my
Would have been
god! And like you would, I'm sure you would practice this.
oh god.
Like you
Yes.
would.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
so, but what's okay? Here's what I like
Yeah.
is, and I'm not sure this is you're competitive or maybe you didn't think like you were there to compete amongst the other 99 ladies. You weren't the other person on the other end going through the suitors. You
Right.
were like you could have made it easier for yourself where you're
No, certainly
guaranteed
not.
a date. You're like,
No. I am
no. I've got to
my
climb through these other 99
my
ladies and
my
win with my rhyming
fate
skills.
within my being, my purpose in life is to claw my way in, even in my fantasies.
You could have been on the other side of just 100 guys
I know.
vying for
I
your
know.
attention.
It's never been presented to me before, but yeah, that is sad. Well, okay.
All right,
So
back to this
all this to say,
quiz.
yeah, Tim and I think that Martin Luther King Jr. was shy. Jam, Echo say, Jam, that is true.
Jam, you lying. Y'all, Dr. King's public
Yeah.
speaking talents date back to his teenage years when he won an oratory contest in Georgia for speaking on a topic titled The Negro in the Constitution when he was a teen. And according to the Martin Luther King Jr. research, he highlighted the contradictory nature of the U.S. Constitution in the context of discrimination as a teenager. But
Wow.
to your point, perhaps this is so... But was he an introvert or shy on the inside? We actually don't.
Right.
Who knows? But but he was extroverting out there. So people were like, okay, you doing it. All right, I
Great.
see you.
Look at that. I've learned so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I give you one last? Oh, yes. What were you
I
going to
would
say?
love
No, you go.
nothing more. You know what? I'd like about 4 more.
Oh, you're getting one. You're getting one
Just
more.
one.
You're
Just
getting
one.
one more.
I'll take
All right,
Okay.
last one. Closing out Dr. King week. His position got more pragmatic and more of a pacifist over time. So over time, his position. He got more pragmatic about how to do things, and he just became more of a pacifist over time. Jam, you lying, or jam? That's right. Dr. King closing us out.
God, it's the definition of pacifist. It's tough because the message was peaceful, but the fight to make sure that message got out wasn't. Get on uppers. I need your help. What's the answer to this one?
What do we think? Tim, can you save Renee's day?
Tim,
this
give me
is Renee. She is here to make your day.
I'm gonna go with Jam You Lion only in that I think he fought his entire life to get his message of peace out there. But to do that, he had to be a fighter. So I'm gonna go with Jam You Lion.
All right, answers are locked in, and Jam You Lion. His political position became more radical over time. It's actually really interesting because almost him and Malcolm X almost kind of passed towards the ends of their life, which I mean makes sense. Like he kept, like to your point, kept trying this like peaceful thing, and it's interesting. People have and I wanted to point this out because too, people use rose-colored glasses now when they talk about Dr. King. He was not popular amongst white folks in particular and in the mainstream. And now everyone wants to put him on a pedestal and highlight just little things of like, oh, he talks about peace. He also talked about, economy. He also was a very much in opposition against the Vietnam War. He was very radical and not really well loved and liked amongst the mainstream in the United States. And it just became, and to your point, it started off like, doing so much like, peaceful protesting and nonviolence, but it wasn't, he's got jailed 30 times. We talked about earlier on Tuesday, death threats consistently, so many like roadblocks, and not a lot was changing. Not a lot was changing.
All right. Well, good. Okay. You know what is so interesting is, God, this is such a good way to learn. Quizzes it'll stick with you. It'll lock it in. Whereas when you just tell the story, when you engage and you interact, you're just like, oh, well, now I know that now. Great.
Now I know. And fun fact, I'll leave you with this. He is still to date the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. That's
incredible. How old was he?
When he won? Ooh, I don't have that. Echo as I will say he was when King died, I believe he was 39. So young.
What a puppy. What a pup. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel like we need to stop talking about him after this week. So maybe next week you can let me know how old he was when he won the Nobel Peace Prize. Please.
Done and done. Yes.
All right. Quiz, so I retain it.
There it is. Otherwise, if it's not in the quiz,
I will not remember.
What are we getting into next, Renee? Oh, wait, halfway through the show, Renee, you have an announcement.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Announcement is it is Pink Friday. There's a bigger announcement than that. Jam, you want to tell them?
Okay, sure. I want to let you all know because you all know we love letting you know how the sausage is made. And Renee and I love calling things out on each other in a loving way.
It definitely has my name by the reintroduction.
That was Renee's cue. Like she's like, I don't know what you want me to do right now, James. But there's something specific you want, so I'm gonna pass it back on over to you.
Because I think I'm also supposed to help out. You nailed it. But I think I'm also supposed to help out more in the like intro at the beginning of the show. But I'm a little too slow to pick it up. I'm a little too like loosey goosey to talk, and you're just like, I'll just finish it. And so I was wondering if you preferred to do it. And so I was being like, got it. There you go. Back to you.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to throw it over to Renee. You're like, got it. And back over to you.
And then there you go. And there you go. No, I would love to tell you for our.
It literally says here, Renee reintroduces for the latecomers of the show.
Okay. I'm ready to. Do you want to do a take two on this? You ready?
Yeah. All right. Oh man. Well, we're halfway through the show, Renee. Renee, it's halfway through the show. What? I feel like you got something you want to tell again.
I sure do. All right. For our latecomers, we're so happy to have you. I am Renee Colvert.
And I'm James Arthur.
And this is Get On Up.
Exactly. Are we going to the back of the top of the show?
Exactly. Because you are so good at just like, I'm just going to do it. And then I just sort of bobble around. And then we go. When we go back and forth, it doesn't work as well.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, so
And
the
yes. Mhm.
reintroduction, and I'm gonna bobble, and you'll see how well it works. Go.
Oh, I think it's okay. I think we're good. Renee, we'll keep going. And we're halfway through the show. And at this point, if we haven't lost yet, you can go over to backchannel.tv on the World
Yep.
Wide Web.
Yep.
That's what it's
Yep.
called. And you can hit the leave a review button. You can send us your thoughts on the show. We'd love to hear from you. If you're like, no, they did great for that first hour, and that second hour, the
Uh-oh.
wheels came off. The wheels
Uh-oh.
came off.
Certainly did not.
Well,
Certainly did not.
R-
Yes.
Renee, it's our highlights of the news week coming up here, and some news happened. We didn't get to talk about all of it, but I've got some stories that I want to share with y'all that I'd be
Yes.
remiss if we didn't talk about before we ended the week. It'd be like, well, the Get On Up
We
crew
gotta
didn't
talk
even
about
talk about
this.
this
We
important
gotta talk about
issue.
this. And you know what I did this time is I did follow-up of things that we did talk about. So do you want to tell your new information and then I'll do follow-ups?
Oh.
That sound good?
You go. I want to hear
Okay.
the follow-up. Give me
Well,
that
and 'cause
follow-up.
this
Give me
is
that
me being
follow-up,
like, "Oh my
girl.
god, you're right. Jam, you're right." So Nick, if you have a moment, if you could please, I would like for us to show Jamie Lynn Spears' Instagram story yesterday. So as we talked about, you talked
Oh.
in the who's okay.
Dang,
Great.
we
And
got a
then
follow-up.
Nick, could we do I love this one and this is my fault. Could we do the next one? Uh I should have put this in number one. So this is her story. She's putting this in her story. And the big controversy was she's writing a book that's just for her. She's just trying to write a book because she loves writing. I tell you what, this feud got her to what you'll see right there. That's number one on Amazon. Love you all. So
Eh,
sales number one on Amazon, and then Nick, the next one I believe is number one like on New York Times bestseller. So this thing is flying off the charts. Uh,
wow.
yeah, doesn't
That
feel
makes
great.
me that
Doesn't feel
makes me
great.
so
She's
sad.
putting it
We've
in
been
her story,
tracking
and she's showing off about it. I love it. I
we've
love
been
it.
tracking this Brittany Jamie feud all week long, and here it is culminating the week. I don't feel great about this because I
Yeah,
also always try to give benefit of the doubt to someone. It going off the charts. She completely benefited off of this entire fight. I hope she calls her sister. I hope she like calls her
wouldn't
sister
it be nice?
or
That'd be nice.
sends a
Yeah,
fruit basket or go talk to her.
yeah,
I just, again, I understand
I
why in
know.
the Bible the first murder was sibling on sibling because I'll tell you
Makes
this,
sense.
I'm having some sibling issues too myself, and I'm, about to do a tell-all book myself. You know,
Good. Well, in your case, you deserve it. But yeah,
I'm
it
gonna do a
just
tell-all morning show. That's what I'll do.
feels I mean, it worked.
Okay.
It worked. The feud worked because now she's number one on all the charts, but it just feels icky, icky, icky. And to
Yeah.
brag about it on your Instagram is just gross.
Ooh, yeah, thanks. And two, how did you get there? Not on your own merits, Jamie Lynn. Had she written a book and Brittany hadn't commented and there hadn't been this ongoing
Yep.
feud, like no one would have known. I
No.
wouldn't, it would have flown by. It would have flown by and
Yep.
no one would have paid attention.
So thank you to Brittany for getting me at the top of the charts. And then yeah, can I do this other one real quick, and then we'll get on
Do
into
it.
you, the follow ups. So
Well,
Nick, our yeah.
I just gonna say my news is not good news. So do we want to
Oh.
save
Oh
that?
yes, 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 yes. Let's do that, and then
'Cause
we'll end with
mine
my
is
good
a
news.
downer.
Oh
Mine
boy.
is
Oh boy.
I got two downer notes.
Okay.
Two
All
little
right.
downer notes. Get ready.
It's
But
okay.
listen, we gotta be aware of what's going on in the world, right? It's really important. And I think this one just really connects because it is Dr. King week, and this one is disappointing. So
Okay.
essentially, the Senate Democrats did not get their voting rights bill passed because a lot of states essentially right now, a lot of states, it's like it's 1950s all over again, where there's a lot of voter suppression laws and things that are happening. And so Democrats wanted to try to get some sort of base level of voting rights place. And how did we get here is essentially the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was stripped in 2013 when the Supreme Court didn't uphold it. They're like, oh, we don't need this anymore. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg, came out in dissent against it, essentially saying like, you don't throw your umbrella away if it's a rainy day and and there's still it's sprinkling, you don't throw your umbrella away, essentially like that, right? You don't just
Right.
throw it away because you're not using it in that moment, right?
Yeah.
something. I'm butchering it, but it's
No, I get
umbrella
what the gist of it.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is really, really, really disappointing. So the vote was, here's what needed to happen. So because we have a split Senate, 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, and there's no one reaching across the aisle on the other side there. And so all the Democrats were on board to pass this voter rights, legislation, but then they needed to reform the filibuster.
Okay.
And Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin we voted with Republicans, so went 52-48. So to reform the filibuster, that did not get passed. And what was really frustrating is like, how do you vote for this bill, but then the only way it's going to pass is to restructure the filibuster. And so it's sort of this ham-fisted sort of take on it. And we have restructured Congress all the time. They change the rules all the time. Bernie Sanders had a really great speech about like, we change the rules all the time. And the frustrating thing is both Manchin and Sinema said that they are in support of voting rights, but they made it clear that they don't value voting rights as much as they value the norms, essentially, and that this could be the fall of democracy. Here's the thing: democracy's it's on the
that
brink.
Is the fall of democracy. That's the fall of democracy.
Yes,
and not
literally, we're having to do this because of the filibuster. Nothing gets passed. And so it seems like Congress is just like, it always seems like Congress in general can't get anything done because they can't, because of things like the filibuster. Here's my thing. And people are like, oh, the pendulum will swing back. Listen, if, the Republican side has control, let them pass a bunch of bills that, if they're not great, then people will see that and they'll get to see, oh, I don't want that. And right now, because nothing really gets passed, you can't see things happening or not happening.
Oh man,
just
so
really
sorry.
disappointing on Martin Luther King, week, as we're calling it, and incredibly disappointing. And essentially, because right now with the filibuster, the new filibuster rules would essentially just say that, like, with the filibuster, you have to actually physically be there to give speeches to essentially say why you're opposing this. Right now, you can just be at home on your computer and be like, oh, I'm filibustering, and you just playing tic-tac-toe. I don't know if this is how you play tic-tac-toe, but
yeah, wow, that's a lot of skill. Right.
It's been a while.
Right. You need 2 thumbs at least. Yes, agreed.
So it's so frustrating. I'm literally, I think, and I don't want to be Nancy Doom. Is that her name?
No, yeah, it's
Nancy Doom. Although I get, but it just, I'm just trying to enjoy these 4 years that feel like that's put a Band-Aid onto things, because like it's not gonna be great.
It's not good. It's
not gonna be great. I'm trying to think back. I was like, look, I gotta.
Yeah, no, that's the right response. That's the right response, is to just, because the hope is diminishing and the resilience is so hard to find. And that's the biggest thing. But also, like, Roe v. Wade is probably going to turn in June. What is happening? What is happening?
Where are we, Renee? We've taken and it's a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope. It is that poem, and then they came for me, right? They will continue coming for different groups, and then then there's gonna be no one to stand for you because you didn't stand for the other person, and it's maddening, because then when you start saying we can take away this groups of people's voting rights, then you can start chipping away. Is this true? Who gets to vote? And then by that time, the only people that can vote are the people that have, and it's wild because they have a minority of power and they are making so much of these decisions. And can I, while you're already down?
Yeah, please. We're already down. We're already down. Give us a little kick. Give us a little kick while we're down here.
Everyone's like, what happened to Fun Friday?
That's very great. We're going to have a lot of fun in just a second. As you recall, I ended the segment.
Hold on.
Good news.
That's why we have me and Renee here. Like, Renee's like, I'm Eeyore. Renee's Winnie the Pooh. She's like,
well, no, that is
honey.
You've never seen me wear pants. You've never seen me wear pants. Oh, that's pretty accurate. And I do that,
See?
honey.
Do you just eat it out of a jar?
Yes. Yes. You think that is a joke, but yeah, there have been times where there's no cookies in the house, but I do have spun honey. So me and the spoon do what we need to do. And that's fine. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Comfortable as can be on the couch watching, Dollface.
Yeah, with me and my spun honey. Because we didn't have ice cream. So what am I to do? Whose fault is that? Not mine. A little bit mine. I should have put ice cream in the house. Yeah.
See? The Winnie the Pooh. Now I'm going to get you some bad news here. Hayden, welcome to Backchannel. You're watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. So glad to have you. Hayden from California. Renee and I are both also in California. So awesome. Looks like you're listening to our device. I don't know if you can see. We're both wearing pink today.
Accidentally, but now on purpose.
Now always. So we are just doing some news highlights, and I've got nothing but bad news, but Renee's got some good news that's gonna
you just got one more. You got one more bad news, which we do need to hear. You can't ostrich these things. So let's hear the one more bad news and then I'll bring us on up.
So the Doomsday Clock has been updated. And so do you know about the Doomsday Clock?
No.
Like the Doomsday Clock was, you don't know about the Doomsday Clock? The Doomsday Clock was originally started when we were making nuclear bombs, and essentially scientists were calculating how essentially humans are bringing about their own destruction on this planet. And so they would be like, okay, we're 13 minutes from midnight. So the scientists are, calculating. And I got to say, I mean, there was a point in 1991 where we were so far away. So here's the thing. When they first started calculating the Doomsday Clock back in 1947. Sorry, Renee.
This is gonna be bad.
In 1947, we were at 11:53 p.m. So that was that's how close, because there's so many nuclear weapons. They're calculating just like, this is not looking good, just seeing how things are going. And I will say in 1991, we got it so far down to 11:43 p.m. So we got far away. It was like the furthest away that we've ever been, because they started decommissioning a lot of the nuclear weapons. Those were going well. As of today, we've never been closer. It is 11:58. It's 11:58 and 20 seconds. So we're about 100 seconds away from Doomsday, and that is now global. Like thinking about the climate crisis right now and things that are going on. So it's just, you keep thinking, oh, we've got more time. No, we're out of time.
Yeah.
So if our democracy doesn't fail, don't worry. The planet is just gonna melt, burn us up, all the things. So
what's so tricky about that is, like, you can't be an ostrich, and you have to toe the line between that and fear mongering. So I think you have to say those type of things, but I just wish same beef with the Reese Witherspoon thing. It's like, tell me about it and then let me know directly how I can help. What can I do to fix it? To just know that the clock's almost at doomsday. Don't leave it at that. Then what? Then what do we do?
Well, Renee, here's what you've got is there's some really funny memes that people have created about it. So I should have put those on here. I didn't. Sorry, Nick, I didn't get to the funny memes.
I don't think that helps.
Is that not,
I don't think that fixes it.
Well, you just look at memes. Like, oh, here's some funny tweets about this. It says, I can't read that one. That's inappropriate. It was actually midnight on the Doomsday Clock, and the apocalypse is happening. Will the clock people still announce it, or will they assume we figured that out?
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Not getting the laugh I was hoping for. It's
terrifying.
Doomsday Clock is trending. I bet that's bad. And then clicking on it will make me feel bad. Clicks on it. Yeah. See, look at that.
Yeah, it does. And none of this feels good. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Well, actually, like I have a fun thing for you. Zachary Levi is going to be replacing Mel Gibson in Netflix's Chicken Run 2.
Great. Wonderful. And we love Zach Levi. Oh, we love him. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Juicy and dreamy.
He's wonderful.
And for our Batman fans, the new Batman movie is going to be 1.5 Twilight movies, aka 2 hours and 55 minutes. So you got almost 3 hours of Batman to treat yourself, starring Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz.
Okay. I'll take it. And then I would like to leave, and this is all thanks to Nick. Nick yesterday let us know that they were making a movie out of Bayard Rustic. And then, Nick, if you have time, can we post this Hollywood Reporter? James, can you see who's making that movie for you?
Chris Rock, Glenn Turman,
I
and
think
Audra
the company
McDonald.
that's making it. So the Obamas are making it. Higher Ground's doing it, which
Right.
they're going to do it well.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. So
This
I think
is the first time. This is the first time the quiz has been on the other foot.
Look at
And you
that.
put the answer in front of my head, my face. It's a lot of
Sure.
pressure.
I can't see that.
On the other side, you're
can't
like,
see that.
James, you see who's making it? I'm like, Chris Rock.
Hold on. Let me take a peek here. But no, the cast looks incredible. Also, Audra McDonald as a Broadway gal. Love to hear that. She is absolutely phenomenal. Such a talented actress. So, Nick, thank you again for letting us know that this was being made into a movie. And then upon further investigation, it seems like all the good people are in it. So, and the good people are making it. So happy news. Also in the category of news to me, because this article came out on October 5th, 2021.
Well, it is Flashback Friday, so you're flashing back in case you missed this.
Which I did.
News segment. A news segment. We lost him. I was gonna say Abraham, welcome, but before I could get him, Abraham got what they needed. They're like,
He's like, oh, this is news from October.
Got it. Yeah.
Perfect. That's all we need.
All right.
That's all.
Speaking of forgetting about things, we are heading over to Forget About It Friday.
Yes. Get on uppers. Get a cup of Joe. Get a seat. Buckle in for a story. You guys, what I did to my sweet, sweet James yesterday, I can't even begin to tell you. So this, yes.
Sorry, before you, I'm going to interrupt you. That's just what I do.
Absolutely.
So just to set up the segment just a little bit, just a little end. So as Renee pitched I'm sorry. You thought you were going to tell the story. Okay.
I love it. And I need it. Because I meander to the point, and I don't think I've earned your trust that I will eventually get there. I'm eventually gonna get there, but you gotta be a little quicker. You gotta be quicker. It's Quick Friday. Okay, so tell them the point of Forget About It Friday, if you please. Not in this slow meandering way.
Renee, set up the segment, and then she doesn't do it right. Okay, great. You can see how it was like to play with me as a kid. It's like, okay, we're playing X-Men. No, you're not doing it right. Storm does this.
Which I genuinely love. I love it. Yes, and you will do it more succinctly. So please let everybody know what Forget About It Friday is, and then I will tell my meandering story.
Well, first, we got to welcome Aaron to the show. Aaron, just in time to watch me interrupt Renee. She introduced a segment as per usual.
Do it better, but to do it better, but to do it better.
No, messier. I still haven't even introduced it yet. So this is Renee's beautiful segment. I'm gonna let her just do it. Forget About It Friday. What are we leaving in the week? We've done something in the week, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna leave that there. We're gonna forget about it. Hello to Aaron. So I also just wanted to pitch the Get On Uppers. What are you all forgetting about this week? What are you leaving in this week? You're like, I'm not taking that with me. It's gone. So that's all I wanted to add. Just set you up for success, Renee.
Just let us know. And Nick, this may or may not work. I put a video in our assets, and it would be the very first time that we ever play a video. So I'm going to set it up, and then I'm going to say, and now the video. And the video may or may not work because I probably uploaded it wrong. But I would like to forget about what I did to James yesterday. I got a brand new job, and I'm very excited about it. And I found out the job is based in New York. I'm based in Los Angeles. I get one email from this new job that says, and then we have a weekly 8 a.m. meeting. No, we have a weekly 11 a.m. meeting, which is 8 a.m. here, which is right in the middle of our show. But it's a new job. So I can't tell them no. And without considering anything, James gets and this is the correct word, doomsday text. The clock has struck midnight. Everything is bad. I have to leave the show. I will do what I can to make it up to you. I'm so sorry. But it's vague, but it's also very vague. So he just gets this text while he's in the middle of his own work meeting. I'm spiraling out. He's curious what's actually happening. I get on the Zoom with about of panicked, heightened tone. And I was like, there's a meeting and I have to quit this morning show. And he was like, okay, maybe tell them to move the meeting an hour. And I was like, yeah, that would have been better. That would have been better. Fortunately, and Nick, here's where you come in. We were able to get live footage of that Zoom. And I think we
Oh,
can play it now. Live
right.
footage.
Let's.
Live footage.
Oh no! I'm lost! Where's the light? It just went away. What do I do? Help! We'll be stuck here forever.
Do not panic! Do not panic! We are trained professionals! Now stay calm. We are going around the leaf.
Around the leaf? I don't think we can do that.
Oh, nonsense. This is nothing compared to the twig of 93. That's it. That's it. Good. You're doing great. There you go. There you go. Watch my eyes. Don't look away. And here's the line again.
Thank you, Mr. Soil.
Good job, everybody.
Guess which character I was. Guess which character you were, Jam. Go ahead and guess.
I think maybe you were the lead aunt who was, holding the things in the line.
Yeah.
You got a little panicky because the leaf was there. You're like, I don't know what to do.
Well,
And
what do I
just,
do?
reminded you
leave.
just to gently, gently down the
And
stream.
for copyright purposes, I would like to say that is from the movie Bug's Life from Disney. And that was a researched reference that I have used. I am featuring something that Bug's Life from Disney. That is the reason that I played it. I was not stealing anything. I was using it as a reference wherein I talked about the movie in this journalistic way.
Wow, look
legal
at that
that we're
professional
fine now.
legal. Look at that. The powers that be at Backchannel are like, phew, don't have to pay Disney money because it's expensive. I
James,
just want to say,
how was that to be on your end? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
well, first of all, you never getting those texts where you're like, I got to talk to you, and I think everything's broken, and I'm literally in a meeting, just like I'm not paying attention to like this one-on-one that I'm with this woman at work with, not paying attention to anything she's saying, and then my heart pounding. Renee and I get on the Zoom. Basically, too, I just want to Renee was like, oh, maybe I could just do the first hour of the show. There is no get on up without Renee Culver. There's not. They're just, we all know it. We all know it. We know it. It's her. We can change it to the Renee show. I don't care. You are
absolutely
you
not.
are the
No,
sparkle pony of this
Tune in.
magical bus. That's unfair. So anyways, don't worry. Your girl Renee is not going anywhere. And did they move the meeting? Have they moved
They
it?
moved the meeting. They absolutely moved them. And I'm curious.
Wait. Oh my goddess.
Yeah, I know. It's just mortifying. It's just mortifying.
You were gonna walk away from the show, and just,
All you had to say
again,
was, "I actually can't start until 9:30. I'm so sorry."
which
that's
is like
all you have to
perfectly
say.
fine to say that you're not going to start your job at 8:00 in the morning on your time, because it's 11 for them. So like beep bop boop doop doop
Yeah,
boop,
yeah.
we're up,
So,
and like you're
Renee,
like trying to. I mean, you're doing a show, but like for all they know, you're like walking the dog, brushing the sleep out of your eye.
Now, James, as
Yeah.
someone who is such a troubleshooter and such a leader and such a firefighter of putting out fires, how often do your friends do this to you? Where they just come to you in an absolute blind panic and you're like, what are you doing? Is it pretty often? I bet it's pretty often.
It's really not. I think if
We're
anything, I'm
stable
probably
friends.
no. I think yeah, all my friends are stable. You're the only one that I'm having to deal with these things with. I do want to say, Aaron is proud of you, and I think it does go back to Renee. We always like to therapize each other on this show. This is really just get on up and get therapy with Jam and Renee, who will therapize themselves. Working title. I remember at the beginning of the show, there was a thing about what it's like to date Renee. Is like, oh, don't you know you should wear pink? Or that thing about like, not saying what your needs or wants are, and even with your job. And I'm guilty of this too, as well, of like not stating what my wants or my needs are. So that goes into what I'm forgetting about this Friday, or what I'm leaving in this week.
Yes.
I shared with everybody yesterday that I had a therapy breakthrough of I don't ask for my wants or needs to be met, especially in like close relationships with people
Right.
or close settings. And so what I'm going to leave in this week is being okay with that. That's what that's
Yes.
normal. And I want to start there. I want to be like really sit, and every time I don't ask for my needs or wants to be met, be uncomfortable, because then I'll be eventually pushed to start doing something. I'm not going to say that like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to, do it. I'll be perfect. But I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm no longer going to be okay with it. And eventually I'll start, and it's just building a new habit. I'm just not in the habit of asking for my wants or my needs to be
Love
met.
this. Yes, absolutely. And listen, it takes years to get there. And even then, sometimes you still absolutely spiral out on your new best friend. So it happens. It happens to the best of us. But I really love that. And I think that's what they say. I think it's kind of a catchphrase of the first step is acceptance of
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
No matter what it
Mhm.
is, the first step is
Yeah.
acceptance. I love that. And I'm so proud of you. Okay. All right. So
Thank you.
I'm going to forget about not keeping my stuff together in front of you, which is embarrassing. And then you were going to forget that it doesn't have to be perfect. This can be a journey, an evolution.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
specifically around my wants and my needs, and
Yes.
that, okay, I'm gonna work towards that being a priority, asking for those, like, what I want,
I
what I need.
love it. And as you work towards it, and you can absolutely be like, no, I'm just accepting it and I don't want to do that. Is there any want or need that you would have preferred for me going forward when I have a slight hiccup? How would you have wanted for that situation to go yesterday? How could I have
You
been a
did it.
better friend?
No, you did it perfectly. I would say. I'd say you did it perfectly because you let me in on it. Because here's what you could have done that would have
Yeah.
just been disaster. You would have
Yes.
just made all the decisions yourself and not included anybody into like, how do I figure this out? You actually did it perfectly, Renee. No notes.
Okay.
No
Okay.
notes.
All right.
Because what you could have done is been like, well, I have to quit the show. Hey, James, sorry, I have a meeting now. I can't get out of it. Bye. And that would have been,
I
that
get you. Okay.
not great.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you told me about it right away, and we tried to suss it out, and you met me where I was, and you're like, oh, great idea. You took it and you went
Point.
with them. So you did it. You did all the things. No
All right.
notes.
Well, hey, look at us. Look at us. All right. All right. Guess who's here? Guess who's here, James?
Maya, it's Maya from Nevada. Hello, Maya from Nevada,
Maya.
who's listening to us. If you do happen to have an Echo or Alexa device that has viewing capabilities, you're able to actually see us, and you can interact with us through chat by saying into your Echo device, Echo, say, "What up, Jam and Renee? Loving the pink." But Maya, if you're listening to us, you don't know that we're wearing pink, and we are. We are.
It's Pink Friday. It's Pink Friday. That's all. That's all. You know what else it is?
We have to ask our other guest, our guest co-hosts, what they're going to forget about in this week. And we have with us Marilyn Monroe, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, she's back. She's back. Marilyn, what are you going to forget about this week?
Oh, I'm gonna forget about. I'm gonna forget about.
Boy.
The Doomsday Clock. I will go
Oh, good.
recycle
Yes. No. Yeah.
right now, Mr. President. I will recycle too.
If you,
Mhm.
I feel bad for anybody who had just listened to that and they couldn't see.
Yeah.
Let us know if you.
It's going to be fun. It is on YouTube, though. So if you want to go check that out later,
Yeah.
Aaron, with the best roast we've had yet, is the thing that Aaron will be leaving in this week is what just happened.
Wow. Wow. Burn.
He'll be leaving that right here. Thank you so much.
Burned on my own show. And as we know, this is not our show. This is the Get On Uppers. They're in control. And thank you for that. Note heard. Marilyn Monroe will be back. I'm working on my Marilyn Monroe impression. So, and if you can't see what just happened, you go on the YouTubes. I'm wearing a t-shirt that has Marilyn Monroe on it, very large, and I was doing an impression.
And the head of Marilyn Monroe is to scale. So when James stands up, it does look like I am doing a show with Marilyn Monroe. And I beg of you, people in charge, please make that the thumbnail this week. Please Please make that the thumbnail. I beg. Thank you so much.
I can't
All
wait
right.
to talk
I think they got it. It's probably enough. That's enough. That's probably you're like,
Perfect.
and 3, 2, that's all we need of that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I loved it. I loved it. I genuinely love it. I love it. I would do a show with her the whole 2
You're
hours.
taking air inside. I can feel it. You're leaving that this week too. We're our production meeting.
will not be.
So the t-shirt bit, we're done with that. Never to be
No,
seen again.
certainly not. Certainly not. Certainly not.
Right.
Yes, Jam.
Okay, Renee, can we get
Yes.
to before we get to Feel Good Friday? Can we switch it up? Can we get to your high? I want to make sure we have time for this. Renee's highlight reel of the week. Renee, we had almost a full week of shows, 4 shows.
Sure
What
did.
happened this week? Remind us for the kids. Oh, Aaron did say, "I love you, James." Thank you, appreciate.
And we love you, Aaron. You're the very
No,
best.
give me 100. Let me know when it's. I get it. It's. You know what it was? It was too much talent for you to handle, and so you're like, I got to leave this in this week. That Marilyn Monroe t-shirt bit impression.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah. It is. It truly was. Highlights of this week. As I look back to Tuesday, I am painfully reminded that this was not my only tantrum this week. Not only did I Bugs Life tantrum, but I also MLK Jr. quiz tantrum. Was losing my mind to get the answers correctly and try to cheat in an MLK Jr. quiz so that I can get the answers right. And that happened on Tuesday.
I forgot.
That was only Tuesday.
But
But
you
you
were
had
very adamant that you should be able to cheat.
Oh,
Like you were like, what? Because you got 2 wrong, and you're like, well, that's enough of that. And you can see her hands click clacking away. I'm like, Renee, what did you do? Like,
tippity tap. And the footage will reveal I did try to play it off like I wasn't doing it initially. And then once I was like, oh, no, there is no way to get out of this. Then I had to,
Renee, you can see.
just, and the typing, the loud typing that was coming through very clearly on the mic. Right. And the whispering to the dog, how do you spell? What was the thing he actually majored in? What was his degree? Psychology?
Oh, it was like theology,
Theology,
psychotheology, something like that.
And then asking
Also,
the dog how
thank
to
you, Aaron, yes. Tugboat's like figured out. Aaron said that my voice for Marilyn Monroe was alarmingly accurate.
It looks like she's in the room every time. Every time. It's throws me for a loop.
I would say it's better than my share. That's what I would say.
Yeah. No, I don't know why you're stating obvious facts. Of course it is. Yeah, exactly. Spot on. 100%. Honestly, you should get into voice work for it. Who was I talking to about this? Oh no, this was a different friend. They were saying that people who are incredible at impressions do that. You know, when you listen to the radio and it's like 104.3, but they do various, it sounds like the stars are doing it, like it sounds like Bieber or Adele or whatever. Those probably aren't the artists doing that. That's probably an impersonator. So I think you could be an impersonator for radio channels saying, hey, I'm Marilyn Monroe back from the dead, here to tell you to stay on this channel.
Hey everybody, it's Cher. I want you to listen to 105.3 and order a pizza. Hey everybody, it's John Travolta. Everybody's Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta. Listen to the radio show.
It's great. It's perfect. I can't believe you're going to have 3 jobs now, but you sure are. You sure are. So my tantrum, and we also discussed who should host the Oscars in this year, 2022. Also happened on Tuesday. I'm going back to the highlight reel of things that happened this week. How do you feel about that? Is that okay? Your face seems surrendered. It seems.
No, I'm listening. Don't doubt yourself. You're doing great. Go around the leaf. I believe you. You got this.
Thank you. So that is, and we also created Tip the Hat Tuesday. Wherein we don't, neither one of us want to fire guns, pew, pew, pew. So we're going to pew, 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 tip the hat, much like a cowboy would. On Wednesday, James and I discovered that we are, in fact, going to have a Shake Shack sponsored wedding. And it is a beautiful moment that both of our favorite fast food restaurants are Shake Shack. It felt good.
Yep. And Tim is absolutely invited. Tim, remember, said that they're not cool enough to come to Shake Shack. No. Pish posh. You are our +1.
Yes, you simply must.
Any of the get-on-uppers, any of you can come. We can have multiple +1s, but it's gonna be small. Gotta keep it small because it's Shack.
Yeah,
Shake Shack.
Yeah, you gotta keep it tiny. Just gotta keep it small. And it was a roller coaster of emotions on Wednesday, from the high of a Shake Shack wedding to the low of introducing Brita Gate. We heard some dark tales of a Brita filter which was not being refilled by a roommate. And now the Brita filter has passive aggressively been put in James' locked room.
The advice I got from my lovely co-host when I said my roommate doesn't refill the Brita water filter, all I heard was, "Oh, you should keep it in the refrigerator." I drink room temperature water, so I thought the next best thing is to keep it in my space. I took your advice. Half
Okay.
of it.
But I also said, tell him how you feel. Let him know it hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I skipped that part. I didn't realize I had to do the whole thing. I didn't realize I had to do. You have to do the full cha-cha slide for it to count.
Come up? Has there been any? Hey, where's the Brita filter?
No, and it's been in here for a day.
Okay, great. That's fair. So that was Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we had, I would like to say James's TED Talk. Is that what we want to call that? What was your Rustin?
Well,
Rustin.
it was our throwback Bayard Rustin. Our throwback Thursday. I mean, I do it every Thursday. So tune in, throwback Thursday, go into the histories. But yeah, it was all about Bayard Rustin.
Yeah,
the organizer of the million I always want to call it the Million Man March, but that happened in the 90s. The March for Jobs and Freedom.
Yes. Yeah. And the subject of the new Higher Ground film starring Chris Rock and Audra McDonald.
I know.
I'm not going to say it's like him.
Yeah, I do. Right.
And then Thursday was also a reveal of James's breakthrough therapy, which I thought was very good. Say what you want. Coleman Domingo. Sorry. No, good. And we needed to know. And we needed to know. And I appreciate you following up. And that's it. That was the highlight of the week. And then today, Renee's reenactment of Bug's Life to James.
Yeah, that's true. I do love that. Yeah. I do say one of my highlights of the week happened yesterday. You were giving me some sound advice, and you can tell I wasn't like, you were like really coaching me, giving me some sound advice, and you can tell that I wasn't listening. Instead, I was looking at a comment that Aaron said. My eyes were just glued. I'm addicted to these comments. If this comes on, Renee, you're talking. Yeah. And you're like, oh, you have completely stopped listening to me. You're just reading to the comments.
And how much that you get?
Tell them you're not. I still don't know what you said. I have no idea.
And it probably wasn't that important. And I respect it. And your priorities are in the proper placement. That it is the get on uppers first and my driveling on second. Agreed.
Okay. Well, that's not true. But it's Feel Good Friday too. Renee, what are some organizations or an organization that the get on uppers could right now go and support so we can make sure that we are ending our week feeling good, supporting organizations?
I want to tell you, I'm very excited about this. So in honor of MLK Week, the National Center for Civil and Human Rights is a museum and cultural institution that connects the U.S. civil rights movement and human rights that are challenged today. So it's an actual museum that you can go to, but they also have a virtual tour on the web. So you can go check it out. And I think another thing that came up this week is that I am a tactile learner. I just can't retain anything if I read it. So it has to be in the form of a quiz, or it has to be in the form of engagement, or it has to be a visual connotation thing. So for people like me to really retain how important this is and how far we've come, how far we have to go, the fact that a museum exists is just like, thank you. So now you can go, you can see it, you can understand it, you can retain it, and you can help if you go to civilandhumanrights.org. You have an opportunity to take that virtual tour. You also can donate, which I did.
Wow. Okay. Already doing the work, Renee. Already doing the work. Already did it. Well, I got to get on. I got to tell you about two organizations.
Yes.
I have not donated yet already, so I got to get on it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
The first, no, I will. So I have two. Again, also in honor of MLK Week, as we have dubbed it here. The first one is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, the NAACP LDF, as the kids like to call it on the streets and on the TikToks. This is a highly impactful organization that uses the might and resources of the NAACP to fight current and proposed structural limitations on voting for people of color, which we are seeing happening right now. So if you heard that story, Renee is like, what can I do? Boom. You can actually donate to these organizations. Or if you're like, I don't have the funds, volunteer your time. There's always things that they can do as well. So I always find if there's something in the news that is like so unsettling, I feel like, what can I do? You just kind of see, again, it's circle of influence for circle of concern. What's in my circle of influence at this moment? What can I do? Maybe it's even just educating other people or keeping these stories alive or voting or whatever it is. But there's an organization, $25 if you got it, whatever you can. The NAACP Legal Defense Fund. It's a dope organization. You can go to their website to find out more. And then the other one that I wanted to do and highlight, again, honor of Dr. King Week. There is Black Voters Matter. That is another organization. It's grassroots, really, again, really getting out there. They talk to people in efforts to increase engagement and voting power in marginalized, predominantly Black communities that are being targeted for barriers in terms of access to voting. So if you're like, how do I close out my King Week? Those are three between me and
me too.
Orgs. I forgot that I said two. I didn't forget yours.
No, Daddy, I think those are all fantastic. I love it so much. That's good. Oh, this makes me feel good. I like it.
We have time for a quick gratitude. Can we do a quick gratitude before we close out? Yeah.
I think we can. I think we have to, right? I want to be very okay. So gratitude is basically just what are you grateful for? What was good this week? And I have just spoiled it. I've been dropping spoilers the entire episode. Again, grateful for the show, but specifically grateful for James's friendship during a meltdown. 2. One live on the show that you got to saw, one during a quiz on Tuesday, and one behind the scenes yesterday. Grateful. Just the best.
Oh my goddess.
I am grateful for Kate. Tugboat's friend Kate is here to come. Yeah, gotta go get him. Are you ready? Okay, all right.
Well, I get on uppers as Renee says goodbye to her beloved Tugboat. What are you all grateful for? Tim, Aaron, if you're still there, let us know. What are you two grateful for? Any of our get on uppers who are still here? Dakota, are you grateful that you laid in bed like on Wednesday? This is not a call out because that sounds lovely. It sounds like I'm shaming you. Like, are you grateful you laid in bed all week?
Yes.
That's dope. Great. I would be. Please call that out. So Tim, Aaron, and the rest of the Get On Up crew, what are you grateful for? We want to hear as we close out our week. And in a moment, Nick, we're gonna come to you, producer Nick. Want to hear what you're grateful for too to close it out. But I'll share mine in this moment. Aaron. Aaron is grateful to still be performing live shows. Awesome, yeah,
Aaron. I love that. We're also grateful for that from an audience perspective. We're grateful. Absolutely. That's nice.
Break a nail, as they say in the drag industry. Break a nail on your live show. Thank you for helping to bring entertainment and storytelling to the world. You know, this is the oldest profession, is storytelling. It's the oldest one that goes all the way back, every culture, every civilization. Okay, what am I grateful for? I guess I feels like I said this last week. I want to repeat. Like, obviously, grateful for this show. I'm grateful for Renee. I'm grateful for this pink shirt. I'm grateful to this was Mercury's in retrograde. It's been a challenging week, and I'm grateful to have persevered. I have had this thing where I knew the only way out was through. I've had, more challenging weeks than this. So that also helps. It puts things in perspective when you're like, I've been through even worse. But I just was like, not trying to change, like, oh, why am I not fully happy and joyful? It's just like, okay, I'm in a space and this is just where I am right now. I know it's not going to last forever. This is just where I am right now. Full moon, Mercury's in retrograde. So I'm grateful that I've moved through it and I feel like I'm on the other side of it.
I love that. I love that so much. Oh, what do you got? What do you got, James?
This is such a Tim, you're gonna make me cry as we end out the week. Tim, absolutely grateful for you, Tim, because you're so active and it's always so great to hear you. And Tim said,
"What do we do without you, Tim?"
I'm grateful for your show. I need the laughs, and you always bring it.
Tim,
great
as the third co-host. This is great to hear. This is great to hear. What a guy!
And Aaron coming in as a close, at least. Who's the guy who holds like the boom mic? Oh yeah.
No, Aaron's yeah.
Oh, fourth co-host. Oh, okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
yes, the fourth co-host.
Aaron's the cue card guy. The cue card
Yeah.
guy. Like the person in the audience who are like, what do you have to say?
And producer Nick, we love you so much. We're grateful for you. What are you grateful for this week?
Oh, let me slide on in.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
What am I grateful for? I'm assuming you can hear me because
Yeah,
You
sound
can.
great.
We got
Better than
you.
ever.
We
Better
got
than
you.
both of
otherwise
us.
I'm yelling into the void for no reason. What am I grateful for this week? It's been an eventful month for me. It's been an eventful year for me, as you both know on a private level. But this month has been just a lot of like really good things and a lot of like, just aggressively pursuing my dream, which is very nice. And it's also a nice kind of contrast because you get so lost in the life portion of it where you're like, oh man, like I got to get this thing. I would like more money. I would like this job. I would like this. But then sometimes you take that step back and you're like, hold on, wait. Something really cool just happened to you.
Yeah.
And you forget like, it is worth acknowledging that cool moment. Otherwise it will pass you by. And that is ultimately kind of the purest nature of gratitude. And even this
Truly.
morning, I'll say this as well, and I won't monopolize too much time. But this morning, for example, I had a moment where I got up and I was like, I feel so weird. And then I kind of worked through it. And I was like, I'm really grateful that I took that moment this morning. You both know I'm a crazy early bird, like 4 a.m. But just that moment of like, why do I feel
Sometimes
so
3.
weird?
Yeah.
Sometimes 3, right?
Yeah.
But just that moment of like, let me work through it in my body and acknowledge where that's coming from and why it's happening. So I'm grateful that I have those tools now because a lot of times I haven't.
Yeah. Nick, grateful for the journey, grateful for being present, grateful for winning the grateful segment. My goodness, that was amazing. What a way to end this.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
So much. Yeah. Well,
Love
what
it.
a great
I love it,
way
love
to
it.
close out the week, closing out some gratitude. We love y'all so much. We'll be back next week. Next week's our first full week, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 Pacific time. We're going to be here. Renee, I got it. There is another show coming up. I want y'all to stay tuned. Anthony Davis show is coming up. And then after that, in 2 hours, will be, I think, My Pal Hal, I want to say. And then the Mario Smith, The Drive after that. You can just stay right here. Such amazing programming happening right here on Backchannel.
I love it so much. You guys have the very best weekend. We'll see you again on Monday. The way to get here is say to your device, open Backchannel. We'll see you on Monday. But until then.
And if you haven't done so already, again, we love reviews. We're thirsty for it. Go to www.backchannel.tv, hit that review button, and we'll see you on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend. I'm James Arthur M.
And I'm Renee Culvert. And you just
got on.
Bye.
Now.